debate. Ain't no need to lay.
What's up, guys? Give me just a second here. Trying to get this tweet out. Okay. Sorry. All right. Live on Twitter, live on the YouTube as well. Make sure my stuff's working here. Why do I feel like I have no sound? Oh, there it is. All right. What's up, Jason? All right. Let's get this record button pulled up here. Those of you that are watching on Twitter, people on YouTube, obviously, I appreciate you guys. You guys are the OGs. You guys are, the real ones. Those of you that are watching on Twitter, watching this on a recorded version, if you retweet this stream for me, please, trying to grow the stream. Retweet it. Got a chance to give you guys a $25 little giveaway here. So retweet, share it, whatever. Help me grow the stream here so we can continue to grow, continue to see more people on it. And I continue to, get more and more subs. Had a couple of them come in now, just recently. So doing my best to try to grow this bad boy. Got some ideas coming in for I actually could even do it today, and I might a little recording for like a baseball 101. I normally see people struggle with some baseball betting, so maybe do some of that. So I'm gonna hit this record button though on the podcast side of things, so like it actually records here, and then we'll get going. Yeah, Dante. I mean, it was a good play. Unfortunately, yesterday was just kind of annoying. Good plays, bad results. Unfortunately. You guys are better than me then. Because I really liked Giannis yesterday. But all right. What's up and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. Live on YouTube and X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it today. Today's show a little different. Honestly got some repeats today. At the same time, I got the 6-month-old just laying out there on the living room floor. The 3-year-old's watching him. Normally he's asleep at this point, but he slept until like almost 10:30 today this morning. So I don't know how it happened, but he got a lot of sleep in. At the very top of the hour here, before we get into anything else, for those that are listening to the audio side of the podcast, honestly, I'm just curious if people are listening to the audio side. If you are watching on Spotify or Apple or iHeart or Amazon or anything like that, if you could please do me a favor and just reach out in any form. Easiest is probably going to be on Twitter at @LiveJoeBets. On Spotify, there's you can go in there and do a review or something like that. Honestly, since I've been doing video and everything like that, other streams, it does cost me money to host the podcast. I just purely don't think many people are listening to it. I think more people are paying attention to the visual side. So if you could please do me a favor, let me know how many. I just want to kind of get an idea if people are actually listening to this, and if I'm not just wasting, my time putting it together, and then also my money to host it and get it put out. So anyhow, apologies to the people that are, obviously watching on the video side of things. What's that? Well, all right. Tom Cruise. I do listen on Spotify, but since you've been doing video, I watch him now on my lunch break. Yeah, I think that's the same way. I think my dad listens to it on the audio side too. It's just at the end, I gotta clip it, upload it, make a little little episode thing, post it, publish it, and then I've been trying to work on extra videos and just taking up some time. But you guys know the drill. All caps Lunchtime. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, I'm up 15 units on the month, 18 units in college baseball. We have MLB and the UFL starting here pretty quick, so definitely a good time to to hop in and try to join. Yeah, good, awesome feedback, guys. I appreciate that. I love it when you guys are interacting. You used to listen to Spotify, but switched over, seeing the stats and the graphs and everything. That's certainly what the goal is. So it sounds, I'm hoping I get some people to reach over, but it sounds like, I need to go ahead and just continue. I mean, it started audio version anyway, here. So before we get into today's plays on Wednesday, 13, we'll take a look back and see what we did yesterday. Two in one day. Frustrating 2 in 1 day. DiVincenzo hits 4. Honestly, I needed him 5 in this little lotto I had going. Awesome lotto. But Dame ended up doing just nothing, so really it died anyway. So we hit that. What was that? An early third quarter cash. So I mean, that's fantastic. Like all my bets hit in the second or third quarter yesterday. It was awesome. Andrew Nebbard over 5.5 rebounds and assists. Also very easy. I think he had 9, if I'm not mistaken. Super easy bet. Giannis. Boy, I tell you, this 10K challenge baloney, man, like it's so difficult to do this. It's so frustrating. I mean, look at this. I say it all the time. I like never go 0-3. We went 2-1, and the one play we decided to be like official, air quotes, pick of the day, whatever. And some of you guys took Dante. That's a good move. Good job on you. I like the matchup. Unfortunately, and then I made a video. I've been trying to make a separate video. Once again, I'm trying to continue to grow, trying to get this YouTube game going. Shout out people on Twitter. If you haven't done it yet, retweet it for me, please. Trying to do a little giveaway, trying to grow. More people watch it on YouTube than they are on Twitter. I have 21,000 people on Twitter, trying to get those people over to YouTube, obviously. Choked him on spit. In that video, I was like, oh, it's the I was like, unless he gets in foul trouble or there's a blowout, it is the NBA. Jinx myself. I should have knocked on wood. Like Giannis was the only person that could score for him. Somebody says, like he just wouldn't pass. It's just that he had no choice. He was the only person that could score. Why would he pass? Dang it. Sorry for cough. I literally like spit went down my lungs. Frustrating. What are you gonna do? I mean, we'll keep running it. I just hate to be that account. But honestly, I mean, you look at like dudes like calling your shot, and he's got like 300,000 followers all over his social medias and stuff. And the dude, I think he hit the challenge one time. He literally fails in step 1 every single day. Like so like I don't know. And what's frustrating is I'm good at this, guys. I went 4-0 in the Discord, like in the people that like quote unquote pay for the plays and everything, and they get more plays than what you guys do, and I can't miss sometimes. But I can miss when we get to this damn play. But let's keep going here, guys. Speaking of the Discord I was on, I'm so good at just playing injuries. I mean, that's my favorite way to bet the NBA. But Corey Kispert over his line was set to 3 threes. He hit that in the first half. He had 5 or something like that. I mean, slam dunk. Put $200 on it. Boom. Quick $180 or something like that I made, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, Jason, exactly. Like that, exactly. Like that's exactly what I'm trying. Audio side, Jason said, yeah, it's always we're back to day one with calling our shot. It's just another really big account. I can't hate him though. Big account. Love to be where he's at. I just feel weird making a video and it's always like, here we are with day one. Here we are with day one. At least we get to day 2, and we've yet to see a day 3, unfortunately. But here we go, guys. I told you today, I really like these plays today, but they're going to look familiar outside of the third one. So we'll run it. I have an idea. You guys can let me know which one you're thinking, because apparently I don't know, and you guys know a little better. Before we fully hop into it, I can see about 15 people watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. Love you guys. 143 people have watched so far or clicked on it on Twitter. Share that video for me, please. I'm trying to grow this GD thing and get going. Even then, only 5 people have done it. So not very many people are going to get some action. Just a second. Let me share this to my little group here. All right, without further ado, the first play is going to be Jalen Suggs. Over 13.5 points plus rebounds with 22 plus minutes played at home. You can see the guy's a killer. He's only missed this one time this year when he's played 22 plus minutes. That's the kicker. He averages 26 minutes per game and 27 minutes per game at home. So it's not like we're asking him to go out there and play 40 minutes. We need him to actually play below his average. We need him to hit at least 22. What that does is that pulls out the blowouts or the injuries that he's had or anything like that to make this graph look as green as it does. You don't see this much of a green wall as you do as with really any bet for the most part. I mean, Jalen Suggs to this 13.5 number has been a baller. So, like I said, to clear up blowouts or anything like that, we're asking for 22 plus minutes when he averages 26 and 27. All right. We've hit on this bet over and over and possibly over. I know at least we've played it twice. We may have played this 3 times. In fact, I've had people asking, are we riding Suggs today? And I said, nope, he's away. He's not at home. I'm pretty sure the last time he was at home, he actually ended up being hurt and missed some of those games. But the last time he was at home, I think his line was at 15.5. And I was like, don't like it. I've always played it at 13.5. Not really a fan of the 15.5. And he still went over. He had 16 in that game. On the year, the Nets are allowing the second most rebounds to shooting guard. In the last 7, the fourth most, last 15, the third, let's see. Last 7, the fourth most, last 15, the 7th most, and the last 30, the 4th most. I put a lot of that all in my notes in one line. Points are going to be back and forth. Points are always going to be there. In the last 30, they're allowing the 6th most points. So there's not really like any kind of, real point advantage. The line is obviously driven by points. I mean, there's some games where he's over it in just points, and there's some games where he doesn't really get them, So points and rebounds combined is where I like it. I like to have that little extra. In the last 5 home games with 22 plus minutes, he's covered this line alone in points in 3 out of those 5. So like I was just saying, I was ahead of myself. He's covered it in 3 out of his last 5 when he's played those 22 plus minutes in points alone. And we have this pretty damn good matchup and where the Nets struggle against shooting guards and giving up rebounds. So pretty solid matchup in my opinion here for the first play. Jalen Suggs at home, 22 plus minutes. We're going to ride the over 13.5 points and rebounds. If I'm not mistaken, actually, the best number is on DraftKings. FanDuel's been sucking, guys. I tweeted about it. Like, I'm not betting anything on FanDuel. Not because I don't want to, but like DraftKings is steady beating them in lines. Like I play, FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet365 is the main 3 books. And look, if FanDuel's got it minus 125 and DraftKings got it minus 120, I'm running DraftKings all day. Not to mention that I'm up 18 units on DraftKings because college baseball, MLB, DraftKings is king for MLB. Unless FanDuel steps their game up, DraftKings is about to get a lot of action here. And 15 days college or baseball starts. 15 days, guys. All right, second play. Another repeat. This one's going to look familiar, and I may apologize, but we're running them back. We got to run them back. Andrew Nebbert over 5.5 rebounds and assists. I don't care. He's on a back-to-back. I don't care. I talked about my favorite way to play the NBA is playing injuries. He has yet. Well, I mean, obviously we had, green, 4 games in a row. What was that? 5 actually. A red and then green again. But that matchup was against the Magic, and the Magic are really tough on defense. He came out and he put up, what is that number? Too small on my screen. 9. Put up 9 yesterday. He has yet to really prove that he's going to have a bad game if we don't look at the Magic, because they're kind of rough with Mathurin off the court. And now Mathurin's out for the year, if I'm not mistaken. This trend is going to stop, but it has not proven that it has stopped yet. So let's ride the wave. There's another prop in this game that I really like. I almost ran 4, but I decided that I'm not going to mess with college baseball today. So I'm actually going to be a bit heavier in the Discord. So I am saving it for those people that do spend money for, that knowledge or whatever. But anyhow, you guys heard this yesterday. We were here yesterday. Twitter people, you missed out on this play yesterday, and it was an easy first half cash, I think. Let's see, graph 6 of 7 without Mathurin, and he averages 29 minutes a game. If you look at him playing 29 minutes or more on the year, he's hitting at a 77% clip. If you pull that down even to 22 minutes, he's hitting at a 73% clip. You could not ask for a better hit rate, to be honest. In the last 15 games, the Bulls are allowing the most assists to shooting guards in the league. He has a great matchup today against the Bulls. Last 15, they've given up the most assists to the position. I wanted to ride just as assisted today because the Bulls do. Now, there's really no reason for the Bulls to run the double big with Drummond and Vucevic, so we shouldn't really have that issue, but they are a pretty decent rebounding team, and we've seen them like out rebound teams like crazy in the past. But the line's like minus 150. I'm not messing with that. In the last 30 games, they're also giving up the most assists. He played the Bulls once this year. He had 7 rebounds and assists. I didn't look to see whether or not Mathurin was in. But he had 4 assists in that game and 3 rebounds. Rebounds wise, the Bulls aren't the worst in terms of a matchup, but they're not the best. My son, just like usual, my son had to come in here and visit and, see what's going on. Hey, go back and watch your show. Go watch. You gotta go watch Eli. Yeah, take your toy. Go watch Eli. Thank you. Asking for like 2 rebounds, something like that. We'll go over though. 5.5, so low, guys. Killed it yesterday. Started slow, then came back later. Boom, we were over. Running it again. I don't care. It's a back-to-back. We're running it again. Third play, as usual. Before I get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it. Twitter, if you are liking what you're seeing, if you like the picks, if you're seeing me win, I'm giving at least 3 a day. Every once in a while, I'll do 4. That was more so football season. But you got to come over to YouTube. I'm doing this every other day on Twitter. Maybe I'll even stop here soon, trying to just do it as a promotion. So make sure you're coming over to YouTube and you're joining the fun and you'll be able to interact with me every single day. Those of you that are already on YouTube, obviously, I appreciate you guys. This last play, honestly, might be my favorite. Sorry, it looked like it might have just moved though. And then I'm trying to see what the line is on FanDuel. Here we go. DeAndre Ayton over 17.5 points. Over. Here's the graph. Over in 8 of 8 games with 20 plus minutes played without Brogdon and Sharp. Sharp's been out for a while. Brogdon is out here more recently. He averages 32 minutes without these 2 players on the court. So asking for 20 is obviously absolutely nothing. Asking for 20 takes away the 2 games where there was a blowout and he only played like 14 and 18 minutes in those 2 games or something like that. He averages 32 minutes without these guys. 20 is going to be obviously absolutely no problem. With 27 even, right? Let's keep in mind he averages 32 without him. With 27 plus minutes in the last 10 games, guess how many times he's been over? 10. You got it right. 10 straight games with 27 plus minutes. He has been over 17.5. Once again, he averages 32 when both of these players do not play. This is, on paper, this bet is just screaming like, hey, it's screaming line too little. What's going on? What do I not know? But I promise you guys, sometimes it seems, and you'll see people all the time, oh, those people that do the stats or they got graphs. Like, what do you think that the books don't? Look, I agree. What was that, a year or 2 ago? One of like a very popular dude went over and started working for FanDuel. And it's like ever since then, he was really good with like statistics and everything like that. And I think he was like what part of the gambling like community. He went over and worked for them. And it's like now they got this like sharp knowledge and stuff. Guys, the lines are still soft with some of this, just like with Kispert yesterday. What's his name? Holmes was out, and he's gonna be out for a minute or something. And it's like, all right, without Holmes, he kills it. Put him in for 3 threes. Dude hit 5 in a heartbeat. Atlanta, terrible against defending the pick and roll and the roll man off the pick and roll. Ayton runs the pick and roll at nearly a league leading rate. I think is like 5th most or something like that. So Ayton is highly, highly involved in the pick and roll. And Atlanta is super soft in the paint, giving up the 9th most points in the last 15 days. So not only is he kind of already hitting this at like just looking at like numbers or whatever, and if you look at like how Atlanta does versus centers, nothing to write home about. None of this like they're giving up the most, fifth, third most in the last 7, 15, 30 days in a year, whatever. They're not up there. They really aren't. You got these injuries that, the Blazers have. You have where they're soft and where they have a problem defending, and Ayton fits all of those spots. I don't know. Here, I'm about to do something real fast on here, and let me see if this doesn't take too long. So on Stat Moves, we're going to type in Ayton versus who the hell's the center for them? Why am I drawing Capella? I wish I didn't do that. Let's pretend I didn't do that. Different team though. So he hasn't. Oh wait, no, I was looking at rebounds. So when he was on Phoenix, when he was playing for Phoenix back last year in February, he put up 23 points against Capella and this Atlanta defense. 8 days before that, he put up 20. And then he had a couple games where it was low or whatever. So essentially, in his last 2 games against the Hawks, it was on a different team. He had 23 and 20 points. So that is just one other thing. It's funny. Sometimes you go and look up like just one more stat point and you see it and you're like, shit. I don't like that. Let's pretend I didn't. Let me pretend I did not see that. Anyway, it works out for us though. Those are the 3 plays though, guys. I do really, really like Ayton. What's this? Bebop Braxton, day 1 play. Eyeball emoji. I use that one a lot. For me, yeah, I think Ayton is the day 1, and unfortunately, hopefully it's not a day 1 again tomorrow. But if you guys have anything, if you're watching live on Twitter, I can see the comments in there if you put it in. I've seen a couple of them come in. Most interaction comes from YouTube. Let me know if there's one you guys like more than another. I do like the Nebard play. Sometimes rebounds and assists, though, they can be a little it's situational. The ball doesn't bounce his way, his players miss. You're relying on a lot of other people to succeed. So Giannis was probably not the best play because he can be a ball hog and sometimes he has to take the game over. So we have to rely on his others to be making shots and stuff for him, and that just didn't go our way, unfortunately. Ayton, though, we're relying on Ayton. We're relying on people to feed Ayton. Hope he doesn't get in foul trouble or anything like that. Dude has been like the softest center, it feels like, outside of like Rudy Gobert in the last couple of years. But I think I do like Ayton. I think we'll run Ayton. I'll make a video for Ayton. That'll be the plan. I'll make a graphic for Ayton and everything like that. You guys obviously get it first. You guys hear it first. And I'll post that second video, which are actually doing pretty good. Those last 2 videos are the highest viewed videos or whatever I've had like on my channel. So that's what makes me think once I start doing and trying to share some like how to bet on baseball. And then I was even thinking about like, I don't know if you guys would think it's beneficial or not, but even to do like a how to research type, just like this, like, an outlier, like what's it look like and like what do I see or look for or something like that. I just don't know how to put it in like words. Like a lot of that stuff's like just in my head. So I don't know, but I have so many messages on Twitter of people wanting me to like retweet things or something for like pay me or something. I get so many messages. This one just does not stop. And if you're watching, just stop. Just stop messaging me. All right, to recap, on March 13th, lunchtime in the lab, Jalen Suggs over 13.5 points plus rebounds. Andrew Nebard over 5.5 rebounds and assists. And DeAndre Ayton over 17.5 points plus points. Put a star, an asterisk next to that one. That is the one that we're going to run. We're going to run DeAndre Ayton over 17.5 points for our rollover / day 1 challenge. Hopefully we get farther than a day 1, So I'm going to close it out. I got a couple questions here on YouTube. I'll definitely answer here. I'm going to close out the audio side here so it doesn't get too long. Already almost 23 minutes. That's going to take me a while to upload. So I appreciate you guys listening on the audio side. Like I said, on the audio side, if you are watching and you've made it all the way this far and you are a constant audio listener, please do me a favor and reach out in some way to let me know, because I'm trying to decide how much longer I want to continue with the audio, or if it's something that I definitely want to do or whatever. I want to hear from the people that are watching the audio side. So I'm going to close you guys out. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna run 8 in. TJ, what's up? I haven't yeah, you haven't been in here in a minute. I and then yeah, after the show or whatever that I was on, there's all kinds of people in there, and then it was just ghost. So I definitely decided I'm just gonna do my own thing besides trying to coattail. What do you think about Franz Wagner over 4.5 rebounds? Honestly, probably a good look. I think he's just coming back from injury though, I think, right? Or something. But I didn't look at the position because I don't think he plays like shooting guard quite, you know. Yeah, TJ, I wasn't putting you down, I was just messing. I'd have to like actually like research it and look it up, and I wouldn't be able to give you like a solid answer without like actually like literally sitting here and like researching or whatever, you know. So honestly, that wouldn't be a bad like live though, too. Like I just like I said, I got a 6-month-old laying on his back in there. I don't know how far away he's rolled away. And mom took off and was doing some work, you know, today or whatever. So, but yeah, like a video where, you know, it's like, oh yeah, like what about, Franz Wagner, and then Wagner, I guess I should say. And then like what I look at to determine whether or not I like the bet, you know. So, all right. I'm about to hop out though. Like I said, I got the kids running around. You got to figure out what they're doing. Appreciate the interaction, everything like that. I lost my train of thought. So anyway, we're gonna ride 8 in. We're gonna close it out here. Trying to work on some extra content. If I have time, I'm gonna try to record that first MLB video today, which is just like easy stuff though, spread, money line, and totals. And like first half stuff, and then I got another video for like team totals. I'm really good with team totals and first 5 team totals. Then one on like total bases normally is really confusing for people. So I'm trying to do some stuff. Got a little transcript ready actually even for it and stuff. You know, I just haven't recorded it. So I'm gonna close it out. As always, I'm your host, Lunchtime Lobby, brought to you every day. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to follow me on all social medias at Live Joe Bets. And if you have not followed or subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you do that. Help me grow. The bigger I get, the more resources I hope I have. And like it just turns into me being able to do this outside of for fun as maybe something that turns into like a job or something, you know. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow as always. Buying time to pull up my video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.